We need to talk. There is so much chaos in the world right now, so many going through so much, and as an empath it is becoming overwhelming at times, picking up on so much of the energy around, so much confusion, so many people feeling lost from this confusion. So I've been guided to do this audio. Much is being channeled. It is the right time. Clarity is needed, and you can find clarity by looking back at your own lives the last 5 years or so. Each individual's life and experiences are completely unique. Only you will know your pivotal moments, and this is what I'm being asked to pass on to whoever needs to hear this right now. You will know if this is for you or not. If it's not, just ignore it, but this is important. You'll know it's for you if it is. Around 5 years ago, give or take, something happened in your life. Something unusual that sparked a complete change of path in the bizarrest of ways, whether this was a dream or an impulse or just something really weird happened that made you sit up and pay attention and then made you think, yes, this is what I need to do, this is the path I need to go. And even though you didn't know where it was going, it felt so right. It happened in a way you could never have imagined. And it led you on a path of inner knowing, feeling more connected than ever, or maybe even for the first time. The path contained experiences unique to yourself. You trusted your instincts, you felt compelled to go with the flow. You knew that everything was happening for a reason, even if you didn't know what that reason was at the time. You could feel it. You gave yourself fully, completely immersed yourself, and took on what felt like the challenge of a lifetime. As each journey began, there was such a surety, and yet every time it felt like you were getting close to that goal that you had imagined. Something would shift and change the course you were on, throwing confusion, changing the direction slightly again, making you question everything time and time over as you tried to piece the jigsaw together. You need to look back and remember that pivotal moment, that something that led you on the path of dominoes. And when you can pinpoint that pivotal moment, it may now feel like you've gone full circle and right back to the beginning again, hence such confusion. But it wasn't a circle, it was a spiral. A spiral leading upward. Look at the spiral from a bird's eye view, and at the moment where your pivotal moment of the past meets with the now, you will find that whatever it was that led you this way back then, you can now pick up and go forward with. It has been strengthened, it has grown, and it is stronger now than it was at the time, because now you are armed with so much more knowledge and experience than you had at that point when you first began. Think back to everything you have learned about yourself during this time.
You knew they were there. You knew there was more working in the background. You need to trust your instincts. You now know you were given confirmation after confirmation. You now know you've seen synchronicity upon synchronicity. You've learned that directions can change in a blink because you are a part of something bigger. You have learned so much about how life works. You have learned so much about yourself. You have learned so much about your past. You have learned so much about your abilities, your capabilities, yourself, who you are, what you are, the energy that you are, the individual, the creator that you are, the manifestor that you are, the love that you are, the consciousness that you are, how connected you are to the collective, to everything, the important part you played in evolution itself, the speed that all these puzzle pieces are now being unlocked in yourself, and across the board, the timing, the accuracy, the knowledge, the strength, the growth, the depth, the domino, you inside, the source, who you truly are, the very core finally being set free, the real you, and who you are truly about to become. You.
Everything you have experienced, every connection, everything you've learned about you was what all of this has been about. All your experiences, all your connections, all your synchronicities and frequencies experienced and learned, It was all to lead you to you. And now a brand new path, starting afresh from that point, from that pivotal point, is going to cut right across the middle and straight across and up, with all that learned knowledge about who and what you are being taken with you, because it is that was the important part and the reason for all of it. All the bits that didn't make sense, now they do. They were all meant to be. They were all meant to get you here, right to the here and now, and taking the knowledge about you is what matters. It is what all of it was for. It doesn't mean connections are going to end. It doesn't mean that things aren't going to continue if you want them to. Just look at what no longer serves you and release it. Remember who you are, realize who and what you are, and smile as you take a step forward in the new year, onward and upwards. Another thing I was given is quite profound, and I'm going to finish with it here, and that's this: free will is one thing, freeing your will is quite another, and there lies the difference. So go now, revisit that idea you had, go forward, smile, enjoy, be you now. Sweet dreams.